What's going on, guys? KitKat here. That's such a bad way to start.
Yeah.
Everyone who clicks this thing it'll be interesting. Just go verbally assaulted. Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Kitkast. Today I'm with Sam. No Jester though, because he did catch AIDS. He does do that. So we're going to be doing tier list, as you can see from tier listing, because we were like, you know what, this podcast needs. It needs some controversy. It needs some interesting topics. You know, it needs people talking. And what a better way to talk than to start rating stuff that people find close to themselves and their hearts. All right, let's get straight into it. We already have our first. And look at this. Look, Sam has done a great thing for me, and he set up a camera. Look at it. Look at this. He set up a camera for me so that you guys can see what we see while we talk about it, and so you don't have to just not do that. We totally didn't start recording and then think of this later. No. All right, Danganronpa. I have watched the Danganronpa anime. And we're talking about just the anime here, not the anime and the games, right? We're just talking about the anime.
Yeah, but yeah, it is the anime section, so...
Just the anime. So we're only talking about the anime here. I've seen the Danganronpa anime, and I want to say it's actually pretty shit. I actually didn't really enjoy it all that much. I've read the reviews for it. Seems the consensus is that, yeah, it is kind of shit, but the games are good. But the thing is that it only works because it's a game, and so the fact that it's an anime is what makes it shit.
Okay, so we can put it in, like, D then. I feel like, 'cause I have no... Okay. I have not watched it. I have no opinion.
It goes in the D. It wasn't terrible. There were things I enjoyed about it, but only small things. I think it was pretty bad.
Truly awful.
Yeah, F is for irredeemable trash and stuff we don't actually know about. Naruto. I think Naruto's good. I think Naruto's good.
I have not watched it, but I have heard good things, and I would be comfortable putting it high up.
I think Naruto is sort of like budget Dragon Ball in terms of its influence, in the sense that it influenced a lot of what we have in Shonen today, but not in every good way. Like, there are things like filler. I feel like it really, like, I don't think anyone really remembers Dragon Ball's filler. Like, people obviously talk about it a lot, but that's not when people talk about its legacy. People sort of remember the best parts about Dragon Ball because the best parts are what were important to the show. Whereas Naruto, a lot of people remember.
I will say there are some parts of filler that people consider to be canon, as well as there's a filler episode which people like crown as one of the best episodes of all of Dragon Ball, which is the driving episode, because you get Goku and Piccolo in some of the swaggiest outfits and they learn how to drive.
What the fuck,
dude? Yeah, it is peak fiction. That filler episode. They were cooking. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Dragon Ball is some of the best filler I've ever seen.
I'd say Naruto is good. Like, Naruto is a solid C or B tier. I'd say.
I'd say B tier. I'd say like B or A. I'd go like high. No, I feel like I'd go like low A.
All right. We'll put it low A. We're going low A with Naruto.
I feel like, even though I have not watched it, I'm still somewhat familiar with it. I've met people who have watched it. They've said good things, and from what I have seen, which is very little, it does look good. It does look entertaining.
Yeah.
And it does seem to actually have a good
It's
story.
a nice introduction. Like, when we compare what's currently the introduction type shit to the anime right now, which is mostly isekai, I feel like this is a way better intro for most people to anime, because it gives you a nice rundown on what the type of shit we watch is, and like good character, good writing.
Yeah, it feels very
generally. Now, High School DxD. I have watched quite a lot of High School DxD.
Really?
And what I'll say, it was during an era where I watched a lot of this type of stuff. I'll say it is terrible. High School DxD is bad. In all areas, it falls short and generalizes. It's like the most nothing anime I've ever seen. It doesn't go anywhere. I'm putting it in a solid D tier because the girls still look really pretty, but it's a shame because they never show anything past titties.
Oh, I see.
All right.
Interesting analysis.
Gintama. Now, Gintama, I have not seen, but I tried watching. And I want to say, I think Gintama, respectfully, I think we're going to have to put this aside, because my opinion on Gintama is that it's a little bit overrated. But I've seen the show, so I don't really get an opinion on that. But I mean, trust me, I don't think like Gintama should be in the top 20 like fucking 10 times or whatever it is. Like what, you know,
Yeah.
on
No,
my
I know,
anime
I know,
list.
yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like the
I
fan
think
base is
that's
a
fair.
little
It
bit
does.
rabid.
I think it like. I don't think it's like dog shit. I haven't seen it either, but I think it probably is one of those things which is has quite a devoted fan base.
It's overblown a little bit, and no one wants to admit it because everyone's a fan of it. Which I mean,
Yeah.
and then you can say, but if everyone's a fan, but I mean, like as in the people who are a fan of it are generally like anime. Yeah, I don't know. I'll explain myself another day. But right
Like
now, fuck you.
devoted. Oh,
That's it,
peak
that's it.
fiction, peak fiction alert, peak fiction alert,
Peak fiction.
peak fucking
Peak
fiction
fiction
alert.
alert. Bro, people are
Okay.
gonna get so mad at us after what we just said about Gint.
Okay, but legitimately, Dragon Maid and the second season, and not so much manga, but legitimately has some like actual like good character writing in it that I really like and enjoy. Yes, it is a slice of life, and yes, it is like a comedy, but it has some actually good character writing that I enjoy. I like it when slice of life have actual character writing in it rather than
There's
just...
only like one bad scene, which is when Kana tries to fucking
Okay,
have sex with the
that
child.
was weird.
But that is that.
The manga
that
is
was
not
weird.
much
We
better.
can all agree that was weird.
The manga is not
Alright,
that much
and-
better. The author does not pull back. In
When I
terms
think
of
of
what
going
he
to
shows.
Japan, when I think of how we're going to Japan later, that is the type of shit I want to emulate. Okay, just living life, having some fun. Shit's bright, shit's cheery. I think it's an amazing show with amazing animation and amazing everything. Yeah, easy S tier. That is some straight S tier material. All right, and I don't want to hear anything else. Okay, I don't want to hear anything else. Okay. Okay. I have some things to say about this one, Era Manga Sensei. I have watched all of Era Manga Sensei. And I want to say it was mediocre and uninteresting and bland. It really just got a lot of attention because of the obvious thing. But if this were a more realistic relationship, no one would give a shit. Like this would be so nothing. So this is a D tier. Man, it's crazy how all the shows I've seen suck ass.
Yeah, almost like you just watch fucking everything and anything, regardless. Of
I
quality.
was unironically, I was like Joey in his peak for a while. I was matching Joey in terms of shit that I was watching. I was watching anything. And this is completely fucking streaming services' fault because the moment they got rid of Anime Lab, I just stopped watching. All right? Anime Lab was
Yeah.
peak. All right? Anime Lab was peak. Attack on Titan. Now, I have some things to talk about Attack on Titan.
Uh-huh.
So, I've been watching, so there's sort of like I've read the manga for Attack on Titan and I have seen the anime. And I think it's good. I think overall it might be a little bit overblown though. But what I think we need to give Attack on Titan the most is its ability to bring together people who didn't know about anime, because they're genuinely like everyone was watching Attack on Titan, even people who didn't care about anime.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
it
think
is. I mean, the Mez, for example, he actually read the entire Attack on Titan manga. I've not seen or read
And-
or Attack on Titan, but I do agree that it should probably be highly rated. I think that it is good.
I think when I think about Attack on Titan, I think of its interesting premise. I think of its amazing like execution. But then the ending, which is one of the most controversial endings I think in all of anime. And at first I think it was a little bit divisive. People were like, no, you're just talking about it like because you need controversy. No. So the ending to it is really weird. And I think the anime fixed a lot of the ending, but the main issue people have with it is a combination of two sides. There's the one side which says that it's weird and doesn't really make sense, and the second side which takes that idea but a little bit further, who say that it promotes fascist ideologies, which is up for debate. And I think I kind of agree but kind of disagree, because the main idea is that at the end of, and this is spoilers for the end of Attack on Titan, so just don't listen if you don't want to hear spoilers.
How can I not listen?
All right. But the end of the manga, Eren successfully does a genocide. He does a racially motivated genocide across the world. Now, of course, that's pretty obviously bad. You shouldn't be killing people because of their race. But I feel like where people sort of differ in opinions is one side says that it promotes fascist ideologies for obvious reason, because literally he gets away with genocide, racially motivated. That shouldn't be something you should be promoting in your work or showing as the good side. But on the other end, I feel like it's more of a representation of the world imploding in on itself rather than a specific race imploding on the other one. It's almost like a cautionary tale, you know? It's like saying, what the fuck are we doing with this racism shit? Literally, we're all going to die because we keep threatening to bomb each other, which I think is valiant. And I think I agree with the sense that the fascist ideology, because the mangaka for Attack on Titan has shown some weird views. They have promoted some interesting ideologies. So we don't know whether or not it is they're being genuine with the ending, but I think that they were being genuine with the ending. But because of the way that that type of shit plays out, it has more to do with your perspective on the issue rather than a objective yes or no. And also in the anime, they changed the ending because originally one of the main characters to Eren, the main character who's committing the genocide, was like, you know what, Eren, I forgive you, which was fucking weird because he just killed so many people because of their race. But in the anime, they're like, I don't forgive you, fuck you. I believe that's the change. So I agree with that one. And I think that Attack on Titan is A tier. But I think the ending was a bit weird, and I think when they revealed the monster, you know that phrase. It's like horror movies are scary as long as you don't know the monster or something. Like
I know what you mean. Like it's just like the fear of the unknown.
When they pulled back the curtain and the mystery was resolved, I kind of felt underwhelmed by it all. I feel like it kind of was a bit complicated, but also a bit shallow. I don't know. I think overall it's an A tier.
Yeah,
I commend it a lot for being able to tell a great story, and being able to hold its own and having an amazing premise. Okay. And when I critique, you gotta remember when I critique Attack on Titan, it's sort of like saying, man, this one's not a 95 like everyone says. It's only a 90, which is like still pretty high praise. It's still really good. But overall, I just kind of think it could have been better, and if it didn't influence a whole lot of people who never watched anime to watch anime, then I don't think I would be putting it so highly. Which, by the way, we should probably establish our thoughts on like outside perspective. So it's kind of like, do we rank Attack on Titan based solely on the anime, or do we rank it based on the anime and also how it's influenced the anime landscape, how it's influenced people?
So I think
what do we think?
I think in terms of rating a show, it is important to include its influence and effect. I mean that. So like, for me, I think objectively we should be rating a show on its actual writing, but it is still very important to take into account the influence it has had on people and the industry, which is sort of one reason why I do. I'm not gonna talk about this. I'm just gonna mention. This is why I really like Evangelion, because even though it was Anno's first ever work that he directed, it was his fucking magnum opus and literally changed the entire landscape. And so, which includes because of the good writing
here,
and
by the way,
influence.
at some point.
Huh?
Ava will be here at some point.
100%, yes. That's why I don't want to
we'll talk about it more in depth.
Yeah.
So we won't talk about it too much, but yeah. Full Metal
Alchemist
Brotherhood. Now, people, including myself, have called this the best anime of all time. And I think this is a case of complacency syndrome. People are happy putting this at the top because they like having a baseline to set everything against. And I agree with this premise and idea because this is an amazing show. This does have incredibly iconic moments that are quoted today, like the dog. You know what I mean?
I think I do know what you mean.
It has amazing writing. I think in general, I think I'd be happy putting this in S tier. I think it would be doing a disservice to the rest of the anime to not put it in S tier.
Yeah, I have not watched it, but I am aware that it is very popular and very high rated, so I'm not gonna really oppose an S tier ranking.
Right. We can't really put any other shonen in S tier if we don't have Full Metal Alchemist in. Classroom of the Assassination Classroom. I was about to say Classroom of the Elite. No, it's Assassination Classroom. I have watched most of Assassination Classroom. I haven't seen the last season yet, which is a bit weird, which probably is against it because it's kind of like the whole point of it is it's a mystery. So it's like if you don't watch the last season, then the mystery probably wasn't compelling enough, huh? So I'd say Classroom. No. Assassination Classroom is probably a very solid medium, like mid to high mid.
It's like a B.
It's a B tier. It's a B tier. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
I
the
feel like
mystery did kind of get.
I feel like even most of the stuff that we've thrown to the side, it would be like B. Like it's good, but it's nothing like spectacular. Like I wouldn't like devote my entire fucking personality around them, or like buy a shit ton
Yeah,
of merchandise. Because that's another thing. I feel like
like
I feel like if I'd go and rewatch a show, or buy merchandise from that show, or support the creator somehow, I feel like that's also a very important factor to take
mm,
into consideration. Like I feel like I haven't not
mm,
watched it. You're gonna hear me say a lot, but it, from my understanding, it is good. It is it is fun to watch, but I don't see anyone really devoting their fucking
yeah.
livelihood to it and praising it 24/7.
Assassination Classroom is what I ask the is what I say to the weeb who has watched a lot and is struggling to find anything they're enjoying but hasn't seen it yet, because it's a good experience, but it's kind of like you kind of have to ignore the annoying stuff in order to actually enjoy it, which you can only do if you're more acquainted with the anime, with like anime as a genre. All right, we'll go to the next one. Okay, we actually have something to say about this one.
Okay, wait.
All
So are we
right.
gonna? We're
Is
just gonna
this
assume this is
Mugen
all of
Train?
it instead of just
I'd
Mugen
say
Train.
so. I don't think they would do the specific arcs and stuff.
Okay, so
All
we're,
right,
we're
and
saying
if
it's
they do,
all
then
of Demon Slayer.
we'll rank. Yeah. Okay. Demon Slayer. I am feeling an A tier.
I am feeling high A tier, possibly low S tier.
Listen to me when I say the reason why I don't think Demon Slayer is an S tier is because after reading the whole story, I think some parts are a bit annoying. I think some
Yes,
parts
yes,
are a bit
yes.
meandering.
I don't know what season of the anime it is, but there's the Swordsmith village arc. That was the most fucking annoying two demons I think they've ever written, and I just wish that arc was not even in the series. Like genuinely, I've never been so frustrated reading a manga in my entire life until I read that arc.
The thing about annoying arcs, right? Arcs that feel like nothing, like the stuff that's just general training, not anything that's specific training. Those aren't inherently bad. When we compare it to its like biggest comparison, Demon Slayer versus My Hero Academia,
Hmm.
I think the difference is length. That's the biggest difference. The thing that makes My Hero Academia more justified in doing meandering bullshit is that it's so long that you kind of don't even recognize it as meandering, more as a part of the story. It's like this thing's gone on for so long that we're kind of just seeing their whole lives unfold. But when you see in Demon Slayer meandering bullshit, and then it ends after like 100 and something chapters, right?
I think it's like 190. It's quite long. No,
$190.
I think I know what you mean. Like it doesn't feel like the story doesn't feel connected. It doesn't feel like one
Hmm.
big cohesive story. It does just feel like there are sections, which obviously there should be, but like it doesn't feel like it's continuous. It does feel like some stuff sort of gets jump started.
So I think what I'm trying to say is that a condensed story should ideally be condensed, right? It should be like, okay, it's the difference between a really nice small meal versus something that's a bit bigger, a bit less refined, something that's sort of like a big McDonald's meal. Probably not McDonald's, because McDonald's is sort of seen as the junk food, but
No,
something
Mac
that's
is
just like ordering something very general at a restaurant. You know, you get quite a bit of it. It sort of just tastes good all over, and you're kind of happy that you get to experience a lot of something that's generally good compared to a very small but very nicely condensed meal. And what Demon Slayer is a very nicely condensed meal that has some parts of it that are just kind of normal and just kind of like, I don't know if I needed this in something that only has like 190 chapters.
Yeah,
And
like I don't know if I fully agree with that. Like I do think like I just think the execution of that one arc was just quite poor. But even ignoring that arc, I think the way that stuff transitions from arc to arc does feel a little bit unnatural. It does just feel like, hey, here's a new assignment, go do it, and then oh, I just
mm,
so happen to encounter one of the lower 12 or upper 12 or however many there are. rather than it being like,
Yeah.
hey, here, like one reason why I do like Mugen Train is because they encounter a demon, and then after they slay the train demon, they then encounter Arkaza because you know his interaction with Muzan. So like that, I like that it did actually flow quite like that arc is, and Sushi movie is probably one of my favorite of all times
Mm.
because it flowed
So, yeah.
quite nicely.
That leads us into the rest of it. Everything besides what we talked about is amazing in Demon Slayer. Everything else is amazing. Some top tier shit. The animation is amazing. Voice acting, music, like everything is amazing. The story, like for every other part, is really well told. Like they really do bring justice to the idea, and I think that they brought in a really interesting way to make the shonen protagonist seem more. They're just cool, and I like how there's this sort of connection that they never really tell you the full story, but sort of the connection between Tanjiro's dad and Demon Slayers, and like I don't know the full story there, but I'm pretty sure it had something to do with like Tanjiro's dad was like one of the original Hashira or something.
No. So his father had so he was not a Demon Slayer, but he had a connection to the sun breathing through. So he basically like, I don't know, like he did sun breathing through like dancing essentially. So he used like the technique used for sun breathing, but in a different way, which sort of connected him to, I forget his name, but the original sun breather, Demon Slayer. So they're not related. They're not related by blood. I'm like 99% sure. But they are still like they have interacted with each other, I believe.
All right, so I will be giving this Demon Slayer an A tier, high A tier.
Very, very high.
But due to some unfortunate arcs,
I think because we
to...
can like grab them and like remove them, but I feel like that might be annoying.
Yeah, that'll be annoying. Just we say that it's high tier, you just kind of have to believe us.
Yeah, you have to. You don't just skip to the end of the video and then complain. You have to actually watch it.
Yeah.
What is this?
Food Wars.
Okay.
I have seen Food Wars.
This might surprise you. I have not watched this.
Some of it. Now, when you say you've seen Food Wars, it doesn't even matter if you've seen it all, because it's so long and it's so annoying that, like, honestly, no one's seen it all. I don't trust you guys. All right, you gotta revolve your entire life around the show to watch it all. I would say this is probably a C tier. It's like I don't even really have that much to say about it. The food looks delicious. The women get their clothes off. I don't know. The story's whatever. I kind of like how it's like nothing. Like it doesn't really matter. I don't know. It's whatever. It's
a big nothing burger.
I really just don't have much to say about it. You enjoy it if you enjoy it, but you kind of have to enjoy it to enjoy it. I don't know. I don't know. So I believe Erased, the manga was good. I enjoyed the manga, but I agree with the common consensus that the anime kind of squandered a lot of what made the manga good. Its story, it kind of destroyed a lot of the visual metaphors and stuff. So I think just because Erased kind of destroyed, like, okay, I understand that this is an anime list, not a manga list. I understand that, but I think when you have an objectively a better told story version of something that's supposed to be the translation of it, it kind of squanders the entire idea, right? I don't want to recommend the anime to people because I'd rather recommend the manga to people. I don't care that you don't want to read because you have no eyes. Right? I don't know. Like, for such a well-told story, it sucks that, it got shafted like that. So this is going to go in a crazy, very divisive, I already expect, C tier. Fight me.
Okay. S tier. You should read the light novel. You should read the light novel. That's all I'm gonna say. It's
Konosuba is amazing. Sam reads it every 5 seconds. He's got it on in the background. He's got left ear Chinese Bible sped up 2 times. Right ear Konosuba light novel.
No. It's right ear Konosuba, left ear Dragon Maid. Remember? It's my yearly rewatch.
That is
this year
the Sam way.
And last year I just read it, and I'm still.
It's funny as hell. It's entertaining as hell. It's a nice play on the isekai shit-ass genre. There's a reason why it's become one of the biggest and most culturally impactful anime in anime and like in the culture. we'll go. We don't want to talk about it too long because I feel like this is on you. I haven't seen Dragon Ball.
So this is Dragon Ball Super. I'm
No, I think it might just be Dragon Ball. I think it's just Dragon Ball.
Okay.
I don't think they would do.
So in my opinion, I think that the original section of Dragon Ball is very, very good. I don't really have issues with it. I'd probably say it's a 10 out of 10. The Z section, I'd probably say it's a 9 out of 10 simply because of how disastrous the final arc was. Super is probably some of the most disastrous and some of the best like arcs it's ever had. Though I would say just read the manga. Though there are arcs in this that you should in Super's anime that you should watch. But I'm gonna put it. This is all of it. This is assuming that it's all of it. I would put it in A. But if it's just Super, if it's just the Super anime, it'd be in like B. But since it's everything, it's A. But the Super anime just
again, I have not watched Dragon Ball. I can't really pitch in. I just know that Dragon Ball is one of the most influential things of all time. Just ever. All right. Oh my god. Okay, I can speak on this. I've seen this one.
Yeah, I've not watched
Shield Hero. Hello everyone. My name's KitKat, here to review the Shield Hero manga, Shield Hero anime. Shield Hero is about a revenge story that is based on the guy who's Chad and smart and frees the slaves versus the idiot spearman and idiot swordman. He wins, yay, and uses the power of the shield. This is like D tier. It's I don't know.
Yeah, but would you put it above or below Ero Manga Sensei?
I don't care. It literally doesn't cause enough of my neurons to fire for me to care where it goes. I used to think it was okay, and the more I've watched good shows, the more I've realized that like this is McDonald's. This is McDonald's. That is the closest to McDonald's.
I can't wait. I can't wait for SAO to show up.
Dude, SAO, fucking hell, that shit. Oh, Ippo.
Yeah. I haven't so much.
I would say Hajima. Yeah, it's like Hajima. I don't remember the full name. Sorry, I'm not Japanese. Hajima no Ippo. I'm gonna put an A tier. I'm not going to elaborate.
Yeah, we don't have much to say on it.
We don't have much to say. Oh, okay, all right. Have you seen
So the Miz recommended it to me. I watched the first like 3 episodes and then got really, really uninterested, and I have not touched it since. So that was like 6 fucking years ago. So I don't remember anything.
I have seen both seasons, and I agree with the common consensus, which is that the first season is some of the best anime ever made, and the second season is some of the worst. And the question is, how much is dictated by the end, right? I would say this is our first F tier. And hear me out on this. Some people are going to get really, really mad at that. And I understand, because the first season is so good. But that's what makes the second season so bad, because this isn't the first season we're ranking right now. This is the entire anime, all right? This is the entire anime. And taking the manga out of the equation, kind of, because really the correct answer here is go read the manga, okay? But when we're looking at the anime by itself, the first season is so good. And then it ends with a slideshow. It just crushes any fucking watcher of this's soul, all right? And when you do such a disservice to the show in that way by hooking people in so hard and then throwing them off a cliff, I feel that is deserving of an F tier. Now, okay, the manga though, that is like an A or an S tier, okay?
So
I'm not saying that the manga.
What makes the second season so bad? Is it the writing?
Okay, so think of it like this. Okay, let me say this. You watch the first section of Demon Slayer, you get up to let's say the end of the training arc, the first training arc, where he like, does all that stuff. He gets out into the world, right?
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
imagine if the entire rest of the show was condensed into one season, and it ended with a slideshow where he beat Muga. He beat the big bad guy and it went, Tanjiro beat the big bad guy, and it showed an image of him beating the big bad guy.
I see.
He won, and Nezuko was freed.
Okay, so
That's
it's
it.
just like a TLDR synopsis. It's
Yeah,
like a
it's shit.
X
It's
show
terrible.
in 10 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever.
They essentially condensed the entire rest of the manga into one chapter, or into one season, and it was terrible, and it was terribly, like, it was so bad.
Yeah, so it's
They
just
didn't explain
awful
anything.
pacing and just awful decision
Awful
making.
pacing. They ruined the story. It was like
Okay.
animation. Fucking shit was fucking ass. I don't know.
Okay.
Death Note.
I have not watched all of it.
I feel like
I just said like A or B.
we should put it. We should put an S tier. We should put an S tier.
Okay, I mean, S is fine.
I think we should put an S tier because it really is the first time that a manga like was an amazing story, or like the first time it really went like mainstream.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah,
I
I mean, Toon is.
think this one really paved the road for a lot of.
Fan, and he really likes Death Note. He has 2 hoodies of it. They go kind of hard. I can't lie.
I'm gonna put an S tier. I feel like yeah. Oh, Goblin Slayer.
I have not.
Have you
watched
seen
the rest
Goblin
of it.
Slayer?
No.
Man, why am I carrying this episode so hard?
Yeah,
You're
so,
the fucking weeaboo
so
here.
I don't
Okay,
watch.
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't watch anime. I don't watch anime. I don't.
All right, everyone.
read.
Goblin Slayer.
So also, you just
Goblin
read.
Slayer.
You just read dog shit. Look how much stuff is in the. Look how much shit, like dog shit, you read, or watch.
I am the one skewing this thing.
All
I'm
the
not
ones
gonna
that I
lie.
have read or watched are high. All right, or have S or
Okay.
A tier.
I've only ever seen the best anime in the world. That must mean I have amazing taste. That's you right now. You don't have any eclectic. You're not eclectic like me.
No,
All right, Goblin Slayer.
I've watched SAO. Okay, I'm not. I've watched Banania.
I've tried watching Banania. I can't. All right, Goblin Slayer. Let me break down why I think Goblin Slayer is mediocre as fuck. And it's not actually because of the first episode, which a lot of people take problem with because it has a really gruesome goblin killing scene and goblin raping scene. It's really fucking, like, it is terrifying. I'm not gonna lie, when I watched it as a kid, I did kind of get scarred, but I also was a kid. I've now since read the manga and watched the anime, although the manga is kind of like a light novel translation type thing, where it's like, they made the manga after the anime, I think. I don't know. It was weird. But from the main issue that I have with Goblin Slayer is it sets the bar really high for itself. I think that the initial idea of goblins are actually way more dangerous than everyone thinks, and this world, anything can happen, there's rape, there's murder. I think that's a really interesting world. It's nice to see anime that actually, do like dangerous shit, because you don't see that often. They usually play it safe in a lot of anime. You don't really see a lot of that type of shit. Even in hentai, they pixelate the balls. No, so like
I think it's more by law.
yeah. So the problem with this one is that they set the bar really high, and then the rest of the season they never get anywhere close to that. And then they do it for the next arc and the next arc and the next arc, and they just kind of rely on that first shock factor to draw people in before doing absolutely nothing else. And I mean, look, I can understand why people enjoy it, but for me, there were parts of it that were just way too boring to slog through. This is a very chill C tier.
Really?
Bordering on D, by the way. Bordering on D.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like the way you talked about it was feeling like D or
No. They're still good about it. It's very easy to eat, right? Like, I don't know. I still enjoy what's there, but the core of it is what I have an issue with.
Okay.
The core of it. All right. S tier.
Love is War. I have not
S
really
tier,
watched
Love
it.
is War.
Really? Is it that good?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I enjoy it.
Maybe I should watch
It's look, okay, I'm gonna say this though. It's a low S tier, okay? It's a low S tier, bordering on A, but the reason why I put it to S tier is because I think same thing, it brought a lot of anime fans, a lot of new anime fans in, but in a really like okay, Spy Family brought a lot of new anime fans in, and it introduced them with a very, I'm not gonna say a mediocre anime, but something that like sort of feels digestible in a very easy digestible way, whereas this is digestible. It's kind of like that movie Challenges that came out. I remember Tommy in it said something. He was like, "I'm happy that people who don't usually watch good movies are finally watching a good movie, even if they have to be tricked to do it." Same thing here. I'm happy that a whole load of non-anime watchers are watching a good anime, even if they had to be tricked to do it. Right? I think that one's good. Oh,
Okay,
okay,
okay.
all right.
Okay, so step aside.
I think it's
step
F
aside,
tier.
Step
I think it's
aside.
F
Step
tier.
aside. So, uh, okay. So if I were to rank it, it would be like C. However, this was the first anime that I watched knowing what anime was. When I found out what, because I had watched anime before, but I thought it was just like cartoons. And then when I found out what anime was, this was the first thing I went when I actively searched for anime. And this was like 2016, so I would have been like fucking like 8 or something. No, not 8, but I would have been young. Okay, I somewhat enjoyed the first. I somewhat enjoyed Sao and Gun Gale Online. I've not watched it since then. I did try to watch the new like fucking Alakazam or whatever it's called, and that one fucking sucked. And I only watched one episode. But I'm scared to go rewatch this because I know that I did enjoy it at one point. But I think the idea is and the concept is cool, and especially I think for Gun Gale Online, the sort of antagonist there, where you die in the game, you die in real life, but it's actually, I guess, somewhat spoilers, but it's actually someone breaking into your fucking apartment and killing you. I think like that was actually like that was good. Like the ideas I think are good, but I think the executions and especially the characterization of Kirito are some of the most like degenerate Kuma shit I have ever fucking seen, to the point where it makes me embarrassed to even fucking talk about it. So I'm gonna put it. I'm I'm gonna I'm gonna put it in C. I'm gonna put it in C. I
I'd like to make it clear to everyone.
I
I have not seen, watched, read. I don't care. I've not seen this. The effects that this has had on the community and the culture is irreparable. Dude, the amount of isekai coming out, the amount of shit isekai that I've read, that I've watched, that I've consumed is so unbelievably heart-wrenching and heartbreaking to see that is where we're going in the fucking community. Like, oh my god, I can't. I hate it. It's your
you
fault.
haven't even watched it. You haven't watched it, bro.
I don't care. This is the fucking evil version of Naruto, okay? This shit fucked up my life.
Yeah, okay, I think that's the evil Naruto.
I don't care. This is the reason why I have to watch so much shit. Oh, okay. I actually know this one. Is it wrong to pick up girls in dungeons or whatever it's called? Okay. I've watched this one. Most of it, and I think it's good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm hearing a lot of noises.
Yeah,
All right. I think that it's good. Hold on, give me one. I think it's like it's kind of difficult because I got bored of it like in the third season or something, or like later on. But for the first while, I think this is a very comfortable D tier. This is like a, I don't know. I guess I don't judge you if you enjoy it, and I understand, but I don't want anyone putting this anywhere near like a top 10 list, for instance. Inevitability. Okay. K-On! I haven't seen it.
Me neither.
Have you seen it? Oh.
No, but I think it's like, I feel like we can rate this though, and I feel like
I mean, I guess I've seen it in like the culture.
I think it'd be a B.
I'd put it in like B tier. Yeah, it's like a B tier. Some people really like it. Some people say it's as good as Bocce. I don't want to rank it too harshly. I don't want to rank it too nicely. So I
feel like it's another one of those ones where it's like quite a good introductory anime. Like it's pretty solid.
We don't know what this one is.
Yeah, it's probably like Black Button or something. I don't know.
Lucky Star. You're out of touch. I'm out of time, but I'm out of my
Have you watched
head
it?
when you're not. Yep. It's kind of difficult to rank because it was good, right? It was good, but like it wasn't revolutionary.
I haven't watched
I
it.
wasn't like reforming my entire personality when I saw it. I'm going to very respectfully put it in.
I feel like it's a high B low. Yeah,
it's a high B low.
It's good. It's good. It's not. We don't have any issue with it.
I'd be happy to change it if like people fucking hated me for doing it. Okay, I don't hold too strong opinions. One Piece. I have not seen One Piece, but I know my brother really likes it. Have you seen One Piece?
I've not seen One Piece.
I'd say, look, okay, look. I feel like this is just another Dragon Ball moment where we kind of just had to put this in A
Yeah,
tier and just
I
leave
put
it.
this in
I'm
A.
sorry.
Yeah,
All right.
I think
I
it's
know
actually,
people are gonna be like, why not S? Why not S? Oda is the god. Oda is Jesus. But like, we haven't seen it, so we can't really rank it all that
yeah,
highly.
and
We
I
can't
mean
put an S
because
tier.
of how much it is talked about and how
Mm.
I think it is literally is the best-selling manga of all time. I feel like it did somewhat be
I
a
think it.
disservice to
Oh no.
not
Oh yeah.
have
Of
it
all
be
time,
high.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think it is fine, but
Yeah. It was.
I'd imagine that after 1,000 chapters there would be arcs that people have problems with, and so it's not a perfect show. Not saying
Yeah.
that anything in the S tier is a perfect show, but we haven't watched it,
Oh.
so.
Mob Psycho. I've
I have
seen
not
Mob
watched
Psycho.
it. I have not.
All right. This is an S tier.
Well, I think
This
I'm gonna
is
put
an
an
S
F.
tier.
Oh my gosh.
This is an F tier show. No, this is an S tier. I don't hold super strong opinions on Mob like everyone else does, but I think that I preferred One Punch Man. I feel like I've read the One Punch Man manga. I tried watching Mob. I tried reading the Mob Psycho manga, but the difference is that unfortunately I can't get past one's art style because one can't draw, unfortunately, and he doesn't have because you know the story of One Punch Man. So he drew One Punch Man. And
yeah, no,
it was
yeah, I
so
know
good
it,
that
I
like
know.
an actual manga was like, "Yo, I'm gonna draw the shit for you."
Yeah,
Like your ass, but
I
this
am
is such a good
aware.
story. I can't not. So I yeah, no, it's really good. Like I think what I appreciate it's very similar to Freerun in the way that it tells a story through like sort of like Freerun's very good at telling a story for emotion and allowing the audience to feel emotional resonance with the characters. I feel like that's the same thing, but it's a bit more story reliant. And Reagan's a really good character. I'm being really general here because I don't want to piss anyone off, but it's good. It's good. It's really good. It's really good. Ah, speaking of really
Oh,
good.
One Punch Man.
Now here's the other one. Sam doesn't like One Punch Man, unfortunately.
No, okay. So let me explain my problems with the One Punch Man anime in season one. The first like 2 or 3 episodes felt like it was very frustrating because they kept building up these new villains for about 5 minutes and then they get one shot, and it happened so frequently that it just became a bit frustrating. But aside from that, I enjoyed it, and I read the manga, and I did quite enjoy it. I think I mean once again this is on the anime, but I think the manga I did quite enjoy it because it shows scale in their fight scenes. That I really enjoy. I wish more
I
I guess Battle Shonen did that. They actually show the scale rather than just even though this character can fucking punch a hole through the universe or whatever, they can just also just take a hit and nothing happens.
yeah, the manga's S tier, the anime's A tier because the animation in the second season was kind of mid.
Yeah,
Which is
I think
the I know that's
that.
the opinion everyone has, but come on. Leave us alone.
It's
We're
an
allowed to have
opinion for
opinions.
everyone. Yeah.
All right, this
Okay.
is on you.
Okay, so
I'm happy to give you S tier for
I'm
this,
just
by the way.
immediately. So I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna rant on this too long, but the amount of like depth in
I'll
this
give you
show.
3 minutes.
Okay, the amount of depth and lore in this show is so insane that you could watch it literally 10 times and not fucking catch it. You could browse the wiki for about 17 hours straight and still not read everything. But even ignoring that, the Anno's fucking writing of the characters is literally like people people throw around the term peak fiction. I'm saying this is a very strong contender for like legitimate peak fiction. I think Evangelion is one of those things where I think like you should like if before you fucking die watch it because it is literally like I cannot explain to you, I cannot like express how good it is. Like I the only issue I like is the supernatural part is secondary. It does not affect and is not directly linked to the character's development and emotional sort of prowess. However, in okay, this is also including end of it's not the rebuild. This is just the original plus end of Evangelion. I think the only time where the supernatural part does interfere is in the end of Eva, where it's not a spoiler, but Asuka's sort of revelation in that sort of section of the story is somewhat linked to the supernatural element. But besides that, I think everything else is actually good. And yes, the 30-second scene where Misato gets railed is very important to the story.
I did see that.
Yeah,
So
that's my
I haven't
opinion.
seen it. I will one day. Trust me, I will one day. But
I'm gonna
I've
make
seen it
sure
so
you
far.
do.
So he's gonna tie me up and make me watch Evangelion.
Please, I
But
I beg.
I'm more than happy to give Sam the S tier because I can understand the perspective and I know I will enjoy it when I do watch it. Pokemon. I mean, I've seen Pokemon, right? But
I haven't
I
watched
mean,
all. I've seen like episodes like there here and there, but not like in order.
I don't feel comfortable ranking Pokemon.
Me neither.
Like, I
I'm
don't
gonna
feel
be honest. I feel like it's too
like I
big.
don't. Yeah, am I ranking like the entire idea of Pokemon, one of the biggest franchises in the world? Am I ranking just the anime? What part of the anime? Like all of it? Everything? I don't know. Look, okay, I feel like this is the first anime which is both an F tier and an S tier.
Yeah.
Like this shit.
Which, yeah.
I'm going to
I think that's fine.
put this to the side.
Okay. Yeah. No explanation needed.
Yeah. We'll just leave that there.
Okay.
Okay, so they did
so
do
it is
separate.
not.
Okay.
Okay, we
Do
have
you
a
want to just like?
revelation.
Do you want to just leave it? No. Do you want to just leave it? Do you want to just leave it?
No, I think the people need to hear my thoughts. I'm telling
It's
you,
fucked up.
literally, this shit is the coolest fucking thing ever. I'm telling you, made my childhood. OG Dragon Ball. Okay.
Okay. I'm thinking
We
A tier because we can't
yeah,
ignore the
we
bad
discussed
parts, right?
it the other we discussed it in an episode like 2 episodes
If you
ago.
want to hear our full thoughts on My Hero Academia, we did an episode. I think it's called "I'm Done with Politics." Right at the end, we talk about this. The consensus was this is one of the best anime of all time, one of the best manga of all time, one of the best stories of all time. There are flaws with it though, undeniable. A
Okay,
tier.
I think A.
A.
Like high A.
High
God,
A.
seeing Ubu-chan above on some of these. Saying that Ubu is better than Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan. It's so fucked up.
Can we just leave the Dragon Balls? Why does Dragon Ball have fucking
Okay,
like...
so we're gonna make some adjustments here.
Okay, we're going to stand here and pretend that we didn't just go through a whole load of ones that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna cut all those ones out. We cut out a lot. I'm not gonna fib. We cut out like a lot of them. But it's not
But
it's really not a big deal.
59 up here.
It's not a big deal. I'm obviously, if it was up to us, we'd have like I mean, keep in mind this is skewed obviously, but there is a select amount of manga. We could still put Bocce, we could put Frieren, we could put High School of Dead, we could put like a whole load of extra stuff up at the top there. It's just like the selection was very skewed to very shit ass mid manga or anime.
Okay.
Scout, obviously S tier.
Yep. Scouters SS.
Obviously S tier. I feel.
Yeah.
Obviously S tier.
Like B maybe.
Feeling an F tier on that. I'm feeling an F tier on that.
I'm gonna move him up by 1.
Soldier.
I feel like
Soldier.
A.
I'm feeling an S tier on that. I'm feeling an S tier on that.
I feel like it's nice and complex.
Stem,
No,
I'm
that's
feeling an
an
S tier on that. Personally, I'm feeling an S tier on that. Heavy. I'm feeling an S tier on that. Honestly, I feel like he's a pretty good character. Man, I'm feeling an S tier on that.
Honestly.
Pyra, I'm feeling an S tier on that. Honestly, like he's a pretty good character. I like Pyra.
Alright, thank you for coming to our TED talk.
Engineer. I feel
Oh
like
wait,
he's
no,
an S tier. I feel like he's an S tier.
whoa. Okay, thank you for coming to our TED talk now.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for coming to our TED talk. I feel like that's a pretty fair list, honestly, all things
Pretty
considered.
concise. Yep.
Yeah.
We could probably
okay,
even
yeah,
just like get rid of this. Actually, it doesn't even need to be here.
Yeah. Just get the fuck out of here. We should be deleted from the game.
Yeah, it's just.
Get the fuck out of here.
It doesn't even need to be here.
Do you want to do phobias?
Sure.
We'll rank phobias.
What the fuck is that? It's there. I don't even know what the fuck it's about.
I'm feeling necessary on that. All right.
So what?
I just didn't imagine someone seeing that and. Okay.
Fuck?
Alien phobia, whatever. Okay, shark phobia.
So what are we
I don't
ranking?
like
Are we
shark
ranking
phobia.
on how like legitimate they are, and whether or not they're like just being like a little
How
pussy?
scary they are. How scary they are, bro. Dude,
Okay.
aliens are terrifying. Look at him. He's terrifying. Woo.
I don't want to look at that image. It's so funny. I feel like sharks should go like
okay.
B or A. Like they are
Sharks
like
are terrifying, dude. Sharks are terrifying, but only when you're in in the water, and only when you're in an area where
Yeah,
sharks are
like
gonna get you.
yeah, like I feel like the likelihood of something actually like yes they are scary, but the likelihood of you A encountering one and B actually them hurting you is quite extraordinarily low.
We'll put
So
B
I
tier.
feel like
B
B
tier,
or
B tier works.
maybe B, yeah.
Plane. I
Okay.
can understand plane phobia. I can understand it. Like I'm a little
Yeah, I
scared when I
think-
get in a plane, you know.
It is understandable, and if you're like Chris Broad and have a fucking app to tell you how likely you are to crash in a Cessna,
I-
yeah, I think it's
I understand
fair,
that
but at the same time, I feel like it's
it's
one
not
of
really
those
that
things.
scary.
Yeah, like it's one of those things where it's like it's so like normal, and the technology and development for so long that the likelihood of something happening is once again
Oh no,
extraordinarily
wait, which
low.
plane is this? If this
Is
is a
this
Boeing
this a
plane, then
Boeing?
it goes S tier. If this is a Boeing, it goes in S tier. I can't tell. I don't know enough
I
about
don't know.
planes. Okay, we're gonna put this in C tier. C tier?
Yeah, I think C tier. Like it's valid,
In C tier, but if this is a Boeing plane, it goes in S tier. It's valid, but we've done so much technological and scientific shit that like, I mean, what's the phrase? It's you're more in danger getting to the airport than you are getting on the plane or like being in the
Yeah.
plane. Thunder, dude, thunder isn't even fucking scary. What?
like
What are you, a
I mean, like
cat?
little, yeah, I was gonna say like maybe small children or people who are like sensitive.
We literally have
noises.
a phrase that we literally have a phrase that it's you're more likely to win or like you're more likely to get struck by lightning than win the lotto. When you're being compared to winning the
Yeah.
lotto, you know it's fucking like nothing, like it's not anything. What? What? Is that like a fear of tying knots?
Fear of knots.
I
just put that shit in
fear of-
F tier, bro. I don't know
I'm-
what the fuck that is.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? Your phobia is just like doesn't even mean anything. Oh, okay. I put this in S tier. I feel like
I feel like
because
I
that's
don't
like
know.
it's the phobia. It's the phobia.
Like I have arachnophobia, but it's like a weird like I'm not like it's one of those things where it's like I look at spiders, I'm not like they're kind of icky, and that's more the phobia. Like they're not, I don't find them scary, especially here in New Zealand where we don't really have any poisonous ones minus a whitetail, but once again they're not really
We just
bad.
have fucking massive ones. We just have weird ones.
Yeah, like
I put
I
this.
don't-
I put
I feel like A.
A.
Like I think
Alright,
it's
we'll
I
put
think it
spiders
is
in A.
one of the most valid ones, but like it's not. But I guess
They're
it's hard to
icky.
say because it's just public speaking. It's an S tier. I don't
Yeah,
I don't
I was
care.
gonna say fear of microphone, fear of mic. No, fear of. I think public speaking. I'm okay. I would say it's either S or F because I think that public speaking is an important thing to develop. I think
Yeah.
you gotta get
I
good at
think it's
public
one of
speaking,
the-
but I understand people.
Yeah, it's not valid, but it is like everyone has it, bro. Everyone has it.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's scared when they go up. Fear of the ocean. I get this one. I started
Yeah, that is
developing this
fucking
one.
that
This
is
one of those
instant
ones.
S.
The
Do you remember
older
that
you
one-
get,
what's
the
that-
more you
remember that
start to
one
understand
game?
how scary the ocean is.
There's one game that Markiplier played where you get like knocked off a boat and then you basically drown, and you have to sort of like survive as long. That one fucking kickstarted that fear for me. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh my god. Fear of puppets? Whatever. It's a fucking
I mean,
puppet, bro. Just
they're
like get
just
over
they're
it.
just like
It's-
disturbing, I guess. They're just like uncanny.
It's creepy, but like I don't know. Just what's it gonna do? Hurt you? Like, what? Like get thrown at you by its owner? Like what? Fear of death? S tier. S tier. The fear of death is an S tier. That is the most understandable fear. I feel
Yeah, it's very
like I'm scared.
yeah. I don't know.
I'm
Like
scared
I
of death. I'm accepting of it. I want it to happen one day, but I'm fucking like I'm still.
yeah, I know.
you know, I don't wanna-
It's like the most like you can't really do much about it. Phobia.
We should have just taken these at face value. Fear of gravestones, fear of water, fear of
Fear of
microphones.
microphone. The serial killer.
Fear
I
of
think
this
that's Ted-
guy.
That's like fucking Ted Bundy or some shit.
Fear
That is a serial killer. I
of
don't
serial
remember
killers?
who.
I think
don't know.
that's an
I
S as well.
recognize.
Like fear of other humans, fear of other people.
Yeah, fucking fear
Like
of
I can
humanity.
understand that.
We're gonna get one that's just a fucking like North Korea or like a nuke or something later.
Fear of fire or like burning your house burning
Yeah,
down. Like
sure.
I'm scared that my house is gonna burn down, but it's more of like an irrational fear. Like I left my fucking
I feel like
oven on
it's
or
like
some
a
shit.
C. Like it's very valid
Yeah.
and it can very easily kill you, but I don't think it's like a fear.
Yeah, I don't wake up every night. Is my house burning down? Oh no, thank God. Fear of crowds of people? Man, get over your fucking self, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't,
I feel like
I don't know. Like I
that-
understand like being uncomfortable in crowds, but having a fear of crowds?
Maybe D,
what?
maybe
Like-
D, because I mean you might get pickpocketed or some shit, or get like Travis Scott concerted, was it Astro Worlded?
Concert. Astro World. Worlded. Fear of the darkness?
Is this stuff?
I don't know.
Okay.
Get over yourself.
Okay, I feel like this is, I don't know, like this is one of the fears that I had and that I consciously remember like very vividly overcoming, like, and it's sort of now just like it's just the fear of the unknown. Like I feel like it's valid because you literally don't know, but now at the moment it's like I'm more scared because I don't know if I'm gonna like fucking step on my cat or like hit a wall
Yeah.
or something or knock something over.
There's a rational fear in that you can't see what you're stepping on, but like
I feel
I don't know,
like it's still valid. I feel like it should be B. Like I
Yeah, I'll
think
put
it
it in
is
B tier. I'm
very
gonna go with B
valid,
tier.
like especially like survival instinct wise.
but
I
if
don't
it
think
just
it's
goes
anyone's
dark and you
fault.
scream, like bro, you're just stand
Yeah.
still. Like it's not that big of a deal. Wait, I think that's the fear
I'm
of the
so
dark. What the fuck is
confused.
this then? Fear of windows? Fear of
the
windows,
light.
bro? I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna put this
Okay,
shit
I don't
in
know, we
F tier.
put
We're
this-
not scared of windows.
Fuck off. I'm not scared of windows. Put that there. Fear of heights? I understand that. I get that.
Yeah, I feel like
I put
that's
that in-
A.
I said
or
honestly S tier. I put that in S tier.
Yeah,
Like there's an actual fear there. Like you could actually fall and die.
yeah.
Like I understand that.
This is probably one of my
put that in
worst
S tier.
fears. Fear of heights.
Fear of a
What'd you
meteor
do in this
hitting the
situation?
earth, bro. What the fuck?
What'd you do?
Bro, what? Dude, like no matter what happens, you're dead in that situation and it doesn't matter. Like what? Like what?
Yeah, I mean,
what are you scared
yeah,
of?
I feel like this is some like the death one where it's like it's what the like you can't do anything about it. I feel like it's not really like it's somewhat valid, but at the same time it's like just don't even think, like just like stop.
Oh,
put that
this
S
one,
tier,
this one.
S tier, trypophobia. I put this shit in S tier. Remove it actually. Don't even
That shit-
put it on the board.
Actually, yeah, I don't really want that to see that shit. That's going behind
Just
the board.
let people know.
Let's go behind the-
Trypophobia is S tier.
Trypophobia
It
is
is S tier.
it's fucking triple S Goku tier. Fear of viruses? I get it, but like I'm not scared of viruses. I just don't want to get one.
I feel like C. Like,
Or fear of
it's like-
disease.
Yeah,
Fear-
just
I mean,
put
I
C.
just fear of disease in
Fear of
general is
C.
more like a. I'm putting in B tier because I feel like I'm scared that like one day I'll catch cancer and that'd suck. But like
Yeah.
I don't know if there's much you can do about that. Fear of needles? Oh, S tier.
Yeah.
This is look okay. I get this one okay because I have this one okay.
Yeah, I have this one.
I fucking hate
Fuck,
needles.
I hate it. I hate
This
it.
is
I've
the
had-
thing that I like.
Oh, I have to get. I
This
have
is
to
the
get
difference
blood
between
drawn
fear of
in,
needles
like,
and
a
fear
couple
of
months.
puppets.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
When
it's
you're
just like
needles, you're
the
actually getting
concept,
pricks.
like the concept of like a physical like piece of metal going into your body and then like not like wriggling around, but you know, like like penetration into your skin is just makes me uncomfortable as hell.
Yeah, I don't.
I just don't like. I don't
Not
even want
good.
to like think about it.
Fear of blood? I can understand that. I put that
Yeah.
in like A or B
I
tier.
feel like A.
I put in that A tier.
Like I
Me
get
too.
a bit of
'Cause it is
lightheaded,
gross.
irritated. Yeah.
Blood is the representation of damage, and it's kind of like if there's blood here, then why is there blood
Yeah.
here?
It's one of those like natural
yeah.
ones.
Clowns, they picked a very
F.
docile photo.
F.
Yeah,
That shit
clowns
F.
are scary. Pennywise did so much for the clown community, bro. Clowns aren't
That's it.
scary. Clowns are slightly unsettling. All right, we did a whole nother section about like Genshin Impact characters, but like I'm not stupid. I know you guys don't want to see that, so yeah, I just cut that stuff out. So yeah, thanks for watching. Cool. Thank you.